North Central All Progressive Congress Forum has reacted to Monday's ruling by a federal high court in Abuja, which dismissed their suit seeking the removal of Abdullahi Ganduje as the national chairman of the party. The forum said it would appeal the judgment, saying its lawyer has been instructed to file an appeal. Recall that the forum had sued Ganduje, the APC, and the Independent National Electoral Commission, asking for the nullification of the appointment of Ganduje as the national chairman of the party, saying it is a violation of the party's constitution 2022 as amended, as well as the zoning arrangement for the party for the chairmanship position to be for the North Central and not the Northwest region where Ganduje comes from. Also, the forum claimed that the appointment of Ganduje breached Article 13 of the APC Constitution because it was not done through a democratic process enshrined in the party's law. In his judgment Monday, Justice Ian Ekwo dismissed the suit, saying the forum is not a jurisdictional person and not registered in law, and it has no legal power to file the suit. Ekwo stated the forum failed to explore the internal mechanism for peaceful resolution of issues before rushing to the court, adding that the appointment of officers for APC by its National Executive Committee is an internal affair of the party that no court can dabble into. However, the chairman of the forum, Saleh Zazaga, said, "We will appeal the judgment. Our lawyer has already been instructed to file the appeal. One vital thing we are seeking from the court is the interpretation of the party 2022 constitution as amended and the zoning arrangement, but that wasn't done." Earlier, the president and the party know that Ganduje's remaining in the office is retrogression for the party and will incur legal liabilities for the party, the better. We believe that the party will not want to trade the whole of the North Central region for Ganduje, so the needful should be done fast. That is all I can say to that. What do you have to say in reaction to this story, George?
Well, I think that using alternative dispute resolution to resolve some of these intractable issues is the best way. Court cannot really give them what they are seeking for. Justice Ian Ekwo has just said is a reaffirmation of the Supreme Court ruling that the court does not have any right whatsoever in internal party affairs, internal affairs of the party. There's a ruling like that from the Supreme Court. So this thing is just exercise in futility. The best way is to use alternative dispute resolution. If you feel that it has to do with zoning and it is the turn of the North Central, we should not trade it for someone who is not from that region and all of that. It is something that the party leadership and stakeholders can come, sit and brainstorm.
But North Central has been making these calls for a long time. Why hasn't the party looked into it? The North Central has been making this call that Ganduje is from the Northwest and he should allow North Central to finish their tenure.
Well, it is still an internal party affairs. Like I said, it is something that they can resolve you know, within themselves instead of rushing to the court, because the court cannot give them anything. You know, it cannot give them whatever they are seeking for, given the fact that there is already a ruling, you know, saying that internal party matters should be resolved internally and all of that. So they should look for a way, you know, and see how they can call the attention of the president. There must be a give and take thing. You know, like he said, if this matter is not resolved, it could lead to, you know, the party losing some kind of its credibility, because if most of those guys leave the party to another party, one way or the other, it will affect the chances of the party winning. But like Justice Ian Ekwo said, the forum is not...
It's not
registered. Not a legal person. It's not even identified legal. It's not registered.
It's not registered
so
anywhere.
They should stop using that forum.
Where's the locus?
Yeah, they do not have locus to even institute the case. So this could just be disgruntled few men who have been, you know, who have been removed or who have not been carried along in the scheme of things. You know, trying to use that forum, using the umbrella of North Central. They might not even have the support of the leaders of North Central in this agitation. If you go through this, the name you're calling now is quite strange to me in the APC. It's not like someone that we know. I mean, I'm not from the region, But if it is one of those high profile, you know, APC, right, would have known. Okay. So this could be some persons who have been shot at, you know, from benefiting one or the other, rallying a few persons who are disgruntled. You know, let's challenge some of this. So if you're using the North Central as a zone to challenge this, ask yourself, even the leaders of North Central from the party, are they part of this forum? So I think, you know, in trying to see how they can get something for themselves, they should look for a way to resolve internally. They should appeal to the conscience. They should have a meeting and they should discuss. They should leave the court. They can't get anything from that place.
So if they cannot get any relief from the court, the party is not willing to shift its base. They are not willing to listen to them. What then should they do?
Yeah, they can move. Now, defection is a realignment is allowed. They can move to Labour Party. They can move to PDP. They can move to APP.
So in a lot of ways, Ganduje still remains.
But that is the implication of what's just playing out. Yeah.
Right, interesting. And probably to a large extent, it's also a pointer to, you know, usually, for example, the Ugochinyere G60, right? Not registered. If they are not registered, not known to law, but they come out and make statements, authoritative statements to a large extent that have finality to it, you know, calling out some persons and dabbling into state issues. The question now would be, where is the locus to do that?
No, even at that, with all the statements they have been issuing, all those has it really, you know, led to, you know, anything tangible? Nothing. It's just, you see, in politics we have, you know, pressure groups within the party. Okay. People can come, regroup, just to put pressure on the leadership, or geared towards getting something. Maybe they have not been recognized or something. So the threat will be that if you don't give us this, we'll leave the party. And these could be leaders from various areas. Like I said, election is a game of numbers. So party will not be happy to lose, especially during electioneering, to lose their members that have overbearing influence on the electorates in their respective areas. So if these men who have regrouped say, okay, we are leaving the party, it should be a loss for the party, because for each of those men that left the party, they might have 1 or 2 or 3 persons that takes because of them to vote for the party. Right. It's just natural. So the party will not be happy to lose them. So it is on that strength that those men will come to say, we are giving ultimatum, we are giving this. But they do not have anything in law to state that. Like the judge just said, you do not have the locus to state. This is not known to law.
All right. Now